Hi, it's me. I am 7 weeks post-op, like 7.5. I made a recipe that I wanted to share with everybody. Just a couple quick midweek updates, I guess. I hit 169.6 today, and I'm very excited about that. Getting out of the 170s was like a big deal to me. I was stuck there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, for a while. And I haven't seen the 160s since like 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe, so I'm super stoked about it. I made chili. That's the recipe I'm going to share for everyone. Another kind of like midweek thing. It's kind of getting to the stage where like mirrors are really like catching me off guard, and I'm just like, whoa, who's that skinny chick? And that's me. Like, this is it. Like, that's me. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And awesome. It's very awesome. So I will get right to it. What you're going to need for the recipe is 2 pounds of ground beef. I seasoned it with kosher salt, ground pepper, cumin, garlic powder, and onion powder. You don't have to do that. I mean, whatever spices you like in your chili. Like, I like to spice the meat while I cook it. I don't like just browning it with nothing. I think the meat comes out way better. And I also dice up, I used 1 large onion, and I diced it up, and I cooked it with the 2 pounds of ground beef. So, cook the ground beef and cook the onions at the same time, and season it while you cook it, because you're going to drain it later. And then I also put in 2 packets of chili seasoning. I use Kroger chili seasoning. If you guys don't have Kroger by you, I know it's only in like 3 or 4 states. So I use that. And 1 can of peeled tomatoes, 2 cans of the diced tomato chili style. It should say diced tomatoes in the can and chili style on the can. And 1.5 cups of beef broth. So, to the recipe. Brown your ground beef and onion in the seasoning like I talked about. Again, the seasoning was kosher salt, ground pepper, cumin, onion powder, and garlic powder is what I used. And then you drain it after you brown it. It's good and brown. Drain it all. Don't rinse it. Just drain it. Combine the 2 chili packets and the tomatoes. Do not drain the tomatoes out of the can. Put all the juices in there. Just open the can and pour it in. So you're going to use the 2 cans of diced tomato chili style and 1 can of peeled tomatoes. 2 packets of the chili, the ground beef and onions. Throw that all in a crock pot. Give it a good stir, and then pour on the 1.5 cups of beef broth and stir that up. And then put your crock pot on low for, I think mine was there for like 4 hours. But you can do that for 2 hours. And that's not, because I did Atkins before I did the weight loss surgery, and this is like my go-to Atkins chili. I always lose weight after I eat it too, and I did this time. Like, I'm in the 160s, and like I remembered this from when I did Atkins. So I made this chili again, and I dropped 2 pounds the next day, which is awesome. So simmer for 2 hours. That's the one without any starch or anything in it, because that's kind of what I'm trying to do this way also. So that's like the lowest carb version. For my husband, I took out half of that and I like saved it and I portioned it out into my 2-ounce containers. And then for my husband, I added a can of black beans and a can of red kidney beans and stirred it and simmered it for another like 2 hours for him. Actually, I think I simmered it for half hour before he ate that, but then it simmered for 2 hours after that, and it's delicious with kidney beans and stuff in there too. I tried some of his. I think it makes a difference, but don't eat it if you're not eating starch. And if you want to do like the whole weight loss chili, keep it without the starch in there because it works. And then in a side pot, I had frozen cauliflower. So that's your chili. I always eat my chili over rice, so now this way of life, I eat it over cauliflower rice. So to make that, you just steam cauliflower, salt and pepper it if you want. I didn't. And then put in a food processor or like a little mini blender or whatever you guys want to use, and just hit it a couple times. Turn it on a couple times, just blend it, stop, blend it, stop. If you hold it down on blend, it's going to make it creamy like your cauliflower mashed potatoes, which is a different recipe we'll get to a different day. But you want to just hit it a couple times, and then like bzz, 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 and then it'll be like rice consistency, and then package that up. I package mine in my little 2-ounce containers too. And then get out, store it all up, eat it while you make it if you want to. It stores great, it reheats great. I'm going to insert a picture of what I did today because I made this the other day. So you get out your 2-ounce containers and rice, cauliflower. I put like a teaspoon of cheddar cheese in there and a teaspoon of sour cream on top. I put more salt and pepper on mine because I cook with very little in case like whoever you live with doesn't like a lot of salt and pepper and stuff. So when I reheat it, I add the salt and pepper on top after that. And it is wonderful. You guys will enjoy it. Super easy to make, especially if you have a crock pot. It's like one of my favorite things ever. And then it gives you like a big old batch. So you can serve it up to your family, and then you can store it for you and just grab those and heat them up later. And that's it. So I'll keep posting recipes. I really like sharing with you guys and stuff, and I cook all the time, so I'll keep doing that. There's Charlie. That's, he's supposed to be behind his nose. Okay, bye guys.